Good morning, children. This video is for anyone working in the pyramid group. Before we start today's lesson, please make sure you do the starter, which is dividing numbers by 10 and 3. So do that first and then you can start today's lesson. So today we're going to be looking at interpreting and answering questions about data presented in pictograms, looking through reasoning and problem solving questions. We'll have a look at this question here. Sasha has spilt on her pictogram. Each circle is equal to 1 vote. Ham has got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'll just put that there. Egg, we can't work out what egg has because it's got something spilt on it. And this may lead to our question. So we'll go to tuna. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Question says here, use the clue to work out how many children like egg sandwiches. So this is our clue. More children like tuna than egg. So as we can see, there are 6 children who like tuna, and there are more children who like tuna than egg. So it cannot be greater than 6. Now we can see that there are 2 people like egg already. So what's the most it could be? And what other numbers could it be represented? So if we know they've already got 2, 3 children could like it because that's less than 6. 4 children might like egg sandwiches, and 5. They're the only 3 numbers it could possibly be, because any number greater than 5 would be 6, and obviously our clue says more children like tuna than egg. So our answers could be 3, 4, and 5. Next question says, true or false? 4 people like cherry pies. Explain your answer. So as we can see, the picture of a pie equals 1 vote. So we just need to go through the cherry, which is here, and count how many there are. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we need to explain our answer. So we know this is true. How do we know it's true? True because each pie represents 1 vote, and there are 4 pies, and that would be our answer. Nice and simple. But just this, whenever it's asked you to explain your answer, it's always good to write a sentence about it. The last question we've got is Grace correct? Explain your answer. Most people like pizza. Now we could very quickly add these all up, but a pictogram allows us to see it visually. Now if each circle equals 1 vote, the food that has the most amount of circles is going to be the most popular. And we can see that the taller the line of circles, the more popular it is. And we can see that the tallest row of circles is this one here, and that's pasta. So pizza isn't the most popular, but it does say explain your answer. Now to do this, we can add numbers into our sentence to prove this. So we'll count how many there are for pizza. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Pasta, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So to explain this, we can write Grace is incorrect as 10 people like pasta and only 7 people like pizza. 10 is greater than 7. And then that would be our answer. Very simple sentence to explain whether Grace is correct or not. We'll do a few more examples. Here we go. Cara has spilt on a pictogram. Each circle is equal to 1 vote. So use the clue to work out how many chose maths. So it's the same principle. We're going to count again, just give us an idea of how many there are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. We don't know how many there are for maths. And for art, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. English was the most popular subject. At least 3 more chose maths than art. So we know that English was the popular, so this has to be the highest number. And at least 3 more chose maths than art. So we need to add 3 to this number. So 7 plus 3, very simple. The answer is 10. True or false? Oak trees are the least popular. So we've got 2 parts here, A and B. So A is oak trees are the least popular. Least popular is the one that has the smallest amount. Now, as we can see, oak trees, if we can add these all, we can add each one up. So we'll start off with oak trees. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 for ash. And for beech, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So oak trees are the least popular. We can say that this is false, because we can see oak has 13. False, because oak has 13 and it's the highest number. So that's our explanation there. Very simple. In total, there are 25 ash and oak trees. So we need to add these 2 amounts together. 11 plus 13. So we can just here, we could just use a calculation to help us. 3 plus 1 is 4. 1 plus 1 is 2. 24. It says there are 25. So this is also false. And our calculation here is our proof by explaining. We don't need to write a sentence here because we've used a calculation to prove whether they're true or false. Now the last question. Who is correct? Explain your answer. 22 people like to swim or cycle is said by Lee, and Armour says 24 people like to swim or cycle. If we look at our pictogram, each circle represents 1 vote. So we need to add up the swim and the cycle. And again, it says to explain your answer. Now, if by adding these 2 numbers together, we will be able to explain it. Now, we can do it in 2 ways. We can add these 2 together by just do a running total, or we could work out this figure, and add them together. We're going to do the first way for something different. So just got to make sure we counting in ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. So that's there. So Armour is correct. How do we know? So we could write there were 13 people who chose to swim, and 11 people who chose to cycle. 13 plus 11 equals 24. And that's our lesson today. So please now go to your task sheet and answer the questions. Best of luck.